Yo everyone, what's going on? Couriway here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can beat Minecraft in under 20 minutes. To do this, we're going to be using a technique called monument strats, which I'll leave links to tutorials of in the description below. But basically, it's taking the 8 gold monument blocks to trade with Piglin while you're at a fortress. To get a good tutorial seed for this video, I'm actually using a set seed, but I didn't look at it at all beforehand. To do this, I searched up Minecraft Monument Speedrun on YouTube and copied the seeds from the description. This seed is from a speedrunner named Arctic Sky, which I'll leave a link to in the description. I hope this video helps you out. Make sure to check out my Discord for more help with Minecraft speedrunning, and leave a comment telling me what you thought. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Twitch where I live stream daily, and thanks for watching everyone. See you all next time. Enjoy this video. Alright, let's get into this video. So as I said in the beginning, this is going to be a monument run, and for anyone that's unfamiliar with monument runs, I will start discussing it. And again, just to clarify, even though this is a set seed, I did zero scouting of the seed prior. I have absolutely no knowledge of the seed when I was recording this, and I played it completely blind. No knowledge of anything besides that. I knew there was probably a monument somewhere, which obviously just helps with the recording. So with monument type runs, they are very similar to just traditional ocean runs when you're just trying to enter and play for a bastion. So for anyone that's familiar with my streams, I do ocean strats a lot because they're really good, but I don't go for monuments as often. And the reason is that monuments for world record are not that great, but for sub 20, I firmly believe that they are the best strategy because they can be extremely consistent and just really, really good overall. So to start off, I make a wooden axe and grab 7 wooden logs afterwards. I grab 3 wood logs with my fist first off because you just have to punch wood to start, and then once I get those 3, I get 7 more with the wood axe, and that's to craft a boat, 3 doors, and 4 bowls. Bowls are going to be for mushroom stew later on in case I need food, and doors are going to be used for magma ravines and a couple other things underwater so I can get gravel and things like that. And then it leaves me with 15 wood left over, which is perfect for 5 beds, which is really, really nice. So to start off here, I'm going to get a shipwreck, and I'm going to get 14 iron, which is awesome. Normally, you want at least 7 iron in a shipwreck, but you really want like 11 plus, because 11 gives you a bucket, a shovel, an axe, and a pickaxe, plus flint and steel, which is really nice. I actually didn't get my flint here, but that was totally fine. I can just grab it later. And then I'm going to grab a food chest here, which gives me an insane amount of carrots. And yeah, this boat is really good. I recommend you go check out my tier list video, which I posted 2 days ago, if you haven't seen it already, because that talks about why this boat is so good and kind of talks a little bit about ocean strats and using shipwrecks in general. But hopefully this video clarifies a lot of things with that as well. So now all I need is a monument. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. And again, I want to clarify, like, if I was doing world record attempts, I wouldn't be looking for a monument right now. I would be looking for just an enter into the nether. But for sub 20 strats, I strongly recommend you just look for a monument. And that's what I'm doing here. I knew there was probably one nearby. A lot of times you're going to start off with an island, so you might even see one even closer, because in this one I kind of spawned on a coastline. But if you start off on an island like that one in front of me, that can also be a huge help. So finally a monument loads in for me, and I see a dolphin too, so I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll take this dolphin to the monument. For people that are not aware, dolphins are actually make you go faster than a normal boat, which is really nice. I screw up here with the dolphin, so I have to go back and get it. But that's a really nice time save. And while I'm just grabbing this dolphin, I'm going to head to this monument. And there's also a ruined portal to my right, which I'm going to check out. But I want to talk about a bit of the splits that you want to kind of try and hit as benchmarks on a sub 20. So you want to usually be entering the nether, assuming you're doing monument strats similar to this video, you want to be entering the nether no later than the 6-minute mark. I think 6 minutes is probably about the slowest time you can enter and still really be on sub 20 pace. And then you want to be out of the nether by like the 12-minute mark, 13-minute mark at the absolute latest. And then you want to be probably in the end by like 18 minutes, and that'll give you time to actually kill the dragon. So I actually light a nether portal here. I have a nether entry, but again, since I'm playing for monument, which again, if you want to go for sub 20, I highly recommend you play for a monument and not just enter here. Again, specifically like just for sub 20, not for like world record or anything. Go for the monument. This is the play for this, because it's guaranteeing basically. I don't have to worry about 2 structures when I enter the nether. I only have to worry about 1, right? I don't have to worry about bastions at all. I don't have to worry about routing bastions. All I have to worry about is finding a fortress, and that's really nice. So something you may have seen me do earlier in this run, which I'm going to talk about now, is that I turned my render distance to 2 render distance when I first saw the monument. And the reason for that is that it allows me to not get hit by the Elder Guardian's mining fatigue. So in a monument, there are 3 Elder Guardians, and if you have your render distance on like a normal render distance, you're going to have all 3 loaded. But instead, when you do 2 render distance, if you do it correctly, you're actually going to have like 0 or only 1 loaded, which is a huge, like, correct way to play. I don't even know the right wording for that, but it's so much better because you're not going to get hit by mining fatigue. You have such a less likely chance of getting hit by the mining fatigue. And if you do it correctly, you should like never get hit ever. The only exceptions to this is like when you're in a spawn chunk and the monument's in a spawn chunk, because then it's never unloaded. The Elder Guardians are always there ready to give you mining fatigue. But in a situation like this, it's really good to plan to render distance, and you should always do it. So I'm going to be entering the nether here, even though I entered with a nether portal earlier, or like made an enter with the nether portal earlier. Since I was right next to the ocean monument, this is just faster to enter once I saw the ravine here. So this worked out really nicely. And I have a bunch of gold. I have 2 gold blocks from the ruin portal, and then I have 8 from the monument itself. So that's really nice. Again, I only need a fortress here, so I'm looking around. I'm going to put my render or my FOV on Quake Pro just to help me see around the edges more, let me see more of the game. And I actually see one directly in front of me, so that's really nice. And once you find the fortress, your next game plan, or honestly what you probably should be doing first, is looking for piglins to trade with, so you can get the trade started as early as possible. And the best way to do this is to find 2 piglins. This ghast unfortunately was not cooperating. I wanted it to shoot me earlier, but it wasn't. But I find 2 piglins here, and I'm going to throw gold at them as this ghast finally wants to die. But I'm going to throw gold at them and then put them in a boat. This boat means that they will never despawn, and they will just sit in the boat, and I can throw gold at them, and as you can see, they'll pick up the gold and just trade it, which is really awesome. So now I can head in the fortress, and all I have to worry about now is getting my blaze rods. Since I'm trading so much gold, I'm most likely going to get the pearls that I need, and then other things that I need, like string and even obsidian for blind travel, are just things that are most likely I'm going to get just from trading. So really nice. The only thing that's really necessary to get here is pearls. Obviously, it's great to get a bunch of string so you can make your beds, but it's not like absolutely 100% necessary or anything, because when you're leaving, you can find sheep on the way, you can find villages for beds, so that's not entirely necessary. It's not worth resetting over if you don't get enough string. You should always leave the nether if you get like at least 2 pearl trades, but that's kind of the game plan that's happening right now. So now this is all pretty standard stuff, right? I'm at the spawner, I'm clearing it out. I actually hear more blazes. This ended up being a double blaze spawner. This seed, by the way, was absolutely insane for something like this. This was crazy. I thought I heard the blazes above me. I didn't. They were actually kind of right here. And I see a bunch of blazes. I get a double spawner plus 2 more that kind of wandered out. So just an absolutely insane amount of blazes. I played this pretty well for the most part. It got a little bit hectic. One thing about monument runs is that you're playing without fire res, which in bastion runs you're normally going to get. So that is something to be aware of. Craft a shield if you're not comfortable. I feel pretty comfortable with these type of things. Like, I don't really feel like I need a shield. Plus, I had a lot of food as well. If I had less food, I might have crafted a shield, but since I was so fine on golden carrots and saw mushrooms all around here, I figured I was fine. So, I have 3 blaze rods already. That's really good. I'm going to head back to the other spawner since I was activating it, and there's going to be an insane amount of spawns here as well, as you can see. Oh my goodness, look at how many blazes there are. And again, I play this pretty well. There's one part where I end up taking a bunch of damage, but for the most part, I'm kind of just chilling here. And remember, while this is all happening, my piglins are trading the gold, which is amazing. So it's kind of like almost having a bastion while I'm at the blaze spawner. This is kind of where I get hit a lot, but thankfully golden carrots are amazing, and this is one of the best things about these type of runs too, is that you have so much gold that you can probably just make golden carrots if you get it in a shipwreck, which is extremely common and really nice for your food source for like most of the run. So that's why I'm playing pretty aggressively here, because I know I can just eat another golden carrot. I'm going to get a bunch of regen hearts, waiting for this guy to shoot, and now I'm going to head back in for the rest of the rods that I need. So with how long this is taking, this is actually a pretty quick blaze split. My piglins probably aren't done trading yet, but they're going to probably be almost done trading, so I'm going to head back up here. I heard the piglins right above me, so I knew that my stuff was kind of right here. There's the lava that I almost dug into, and there are my pigs with all the things. And you can see I got a crazy amount of pearls. Obviously, it's going to be different every single time you do this, but I got a crazy amount of pearls, and a decent amount of string, I think. I think I got like 3 string trades, which was enough for like 3 beds, so didn't have to worry about too much. There's other things you can do too if you end up low rolling on string, which just means you didn't get a lot of trades of it. You can do anchors, and again, we talked about like shears or villages later on. So, but anchors, if you get a lot of glowstone and crying obsidian, you can make those and you can use those as beds, which is really nice. And then another thing that happens with monument runs is that sometimes you can roll 10 obsidian. It's extremely, extremely rare that you actually get 10 obsidian from doing monument trades. But because of that, like, chance, it's good to know that, like, kind of, it's good to know that it's something to prepare for. If I rolled 10 obsidian here, if I actually got 10 obsidian, I would not have blind traveled for this example, because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show how classic monuments are good for sub 20. I might make a sub 20 or a sub 15 video in the future, but yeah, it's definitely not necessary. I play this again really aggressively. If you're not as comfortable doing these type of things, I recommend crafting maybe some gold armor beforehand. Again, you have a bunch of gold, like 4 gold for boots or 5 gold for a helmet is not going to make or break the run. And if it does, you know, you just take the L and go next. It's not the end of the world. So I'm going to take my boat back here, and then I'm going to head out of the nether. And yeah, I'm leaving the nether at around the 10-minute mark, which is really good. I have all my blaze rods, I have all my pearls and some, I have food. The only thing that I really need to worry about at this point is just going to be beds for string. So I make some shears with my iron, and I'm going to be heading back through this portal at around 10:30, which is really nice. Again, super good pace for sub 20. And because I have so many pearls, if I end up having to go to land here, I have a bunch of pearls to just throw and make the distance go even faster, which is really great. Another really awesome thing about monument runs, as I get put back up here, by the way, which is really cool. But something really great about monument runs is since you're playing it most likely like on an island spawn or on a spawn with a lot of ocean, you have a pretty good chance, or at least a better chance than normal, of having an ocean exposed portal room, which is really nice. Just a bit of spoiler for this video, I actually don't end up getting one. If I did get one, this time would have been even better. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get one, because it shows that you can dig down and not have an open exposed portal room and still use this strategy to get a sub 20. So again, I'm on definite sub 20 pace here. My chords were really good. I'm throwing an eye, and I'm kind of just playing this part as if it was a classic run. I'm not blind traveling. I'm not doing educated travel. I'm just traveling in the overworld. I have a dolphin, which was really nice. And I'm just going to find the stronghold now. That's all I need to do. And remember, I need a little bit more beds, so finding sheep or a village would be really nice. But this is Monument Strats. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have in the comments. I'll leave some links in the description as well for good tutorials with Monument Strats. And once again, shout out to Arctic Sky for having a YouTube video with a really good seed for this tutorial. I talked about it a bit in the intro, but I kind of just searched Monument Speedrun Minecraft and just played all those seeds blindly, and until I got one that worked out really well, where I either got the trades or felt it was a good tutorial seed. Like this one I felt was really, really good because of a lot of different reasons. Like it showed a good boat in the beginning, it got to show off golden carrots, it got to show off grabbing ruined portals for more gold blocks, which is really good, which is actually something I haven't really touched on, as I find a village to grab some more beds at, which is really nice. But something I haven't touched on is ruined portals and monuments can be really good. Because we talked about, it's really rare to actually pull 10 obsidian in a monument run, but if you get a ruined portal earlier on in the run, or like right next to your monument, which is something that I always try and do, and you get like 1 or 2 obsidian from that ruined portal, then you might have a better chance of blind traveling. And you're also going to get probably another gold block or 2, which gives you more trades for chances to get obsidian. Because if you're able to get 10 obsidian to either educated or calculated or even blind travel if you wanted to be risky, it's really, really good and can save you a lot of time compared to all this running, right? So there's even a couple minutes to shave off there. And that's why monuments can be really, really good for world record if you super high roll. But it's just so unlikely that no one really tries to do it, and most people just consider bastions better. But as I said, monuments for world record or for sub 20 is, I believe, the best strategy. It takes a lot less brain power per se than bastions, because you don't need to remember like all these crazy different routes. You kind of just need to remember like, okay, this is how I go over monuments. This is how I route them. And really, the only thing you need to remember with monuments is like the 4 correct spots to dig down, which I didn't really talk about or touch on, but the videos that I leave in the description will talk about that, which is really, really good. and we'll help you out. And this triangulation was honestly pretty poor as well. I should have done this a lot better. I was a bit off my angle. I wasn't paying too close of attention. But hey, it still worked out in the end. But yeah, again, monument strats are awesome. I almost hit that polar bear with an ender pearl. That would have been pretty bad. And again, this triangulation, for some reason, I thought I was like only like 200 blocks off, but I was, or not 200 blocks off. I thought I was like 10 blocks off, 20 blocks off, but no, I was actually like 200 blocks-ish off. But again, look at my time. I'm only at the 14-minute mark, and I'm going to be digging down soon to the stronghold. I'm going to throw an eye here. This is when I know, like, okay, I'm pretty close. Like, right now, it's like, all right, well, where is it? So I'm going to go off my angle a bit, I believe. And I'm like, okay. Actually, I don't even go off my angle. I think I just 8-8 off this, right? Yeah, I 8-8 off this. Go off my angle the slightest bit just to make sure that I knew it was one of these two chunks that I was in. And my eye breaks, which is totally fine. Because I have 7 rods from the blaze spawner, or the fortress, I should say, I'm able to triangulate a lot more aggressively and throw a lot of eyes because I know that my eyes aren't breaking, and I only need 12 eyes to enter. I don't need any more of that. So I don't even worry about picking up that last eye. I just kind of throw it to like 100% guarantee that it's this chunk because, I mean, even though I'm 99% sure, you know, why not? If I have the eye and there's no other point in using it, I might as well just throw it. So I'm in the stronghold, and again, this isn't an open exposed. It's not like I'm saving a minute from just digging in the portal room. This is a legit stronghold navigation. I had no idea where I was going, so I checked all the correct ways. I had no reason to check that chest. Actually, I think I was checking for food since I only had 1 golden carrot left. And I shouldn't have gone down here. This was poor stronghold navigation. There was absolutely no reason to go down there. But yeah, again, like this isn't open exposed. I had to dig down. I had to navigate. I didn't see the portal room. So you can definitely get a sub 20. I firmly believe if you... I'm not as confident, like, I'm not going to say anyone can get a sub 20 because you do need to put in the work and practice. But if you put in the work genuinely and, you know, learn how to do monuments and grind, like, you know, a couple hours every day or, like, you know, a couple hours, like, 4 or 5 times a week if you're able to put, like, 2 or 3 hours into the game, there's nothing stopping you from getting, like, a sub 20 in I would say a couple months. Like if you sub 20s aren't for everyone. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, you know, you can do this in like a week because I don't know what everyone's mechanics are. But yeah, if you put in the work and you're genuinely committed to improving, I 100% believe that you can get a sub 20. Absolutely. And hopefully it feels as good as my first sub 20 because I know when I got that, I was absolutely ecstatic. But that's going to do it for me. This dragon was really fast, which was actually quite nice for once. And thank you all for watching. I hope this helped. Remember to check out the links in the description. Enjoy the 1 cycle. Hey, there we go. Just like that. And that is why monuments are the best by far for sub 20 runs. You farm them, dude. You farm some 20s with monuments. That was a 1645 with the worst triangulation I think I've ever done in my life. Wow. Yeah, 6 seed. Shout out to the person I got the seed from. I definitely shouted them out at the beginning. I don't remember who they were. But thanks for watching, everyone. Here's the seed again if you want to practice yourself on a seed like this. And try monument runs. They're really good. They're just not that great for consistent world record, but they're really good for consistent sub 20s. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you later. Peace out, everyone.